The poster of the Earnest is a story which talks about two young gentlemen who are known Earnest and Cole. They spend their time eating, drinking, visiting friends, and going on talking about life, love, and women. The play is set in an expensive London flat and a large house in the early countryside, in the early 1890s. Here we are, in a very expensive flat in Chelsea, where everyone lives.
Mr. Ernest work is here, sir.
For you, my dear Ernest, what brings you to London?
Oh, pleasure, of course.
So, what have you been doing all this time?
In the country, table boring, you know. Oh, I can see cucumber sandwiches. Who's coming for tea?
Only Uncle Stan Wendell.
Finally, I'm in love with her. I have came to London, especially to ask her to marry me.
Please, don't touch the cucumber sandwiches. They are in front of Augusta.
But you are eating them.
That's different. She's my aunt. Anyway, you can eat bread, but you will not marry Wendell. She's my cousin. And before you marry her, you should speak about Cecily.
Cecily? I don't know anyone called Cecily.
Lane, previous straight case that was a worldly left here last week. So, it's not your secret case.
Of course it's mine.
From Little Cecily, you don't know anyone with that name.
If you really want to know, Cecily is my aunt.
Your aunt, so why Little Cecily?
Well, some aunts are tall, some are not.
And why does small say from Little Cecily would love to prank Jack? You are not her uncle, and your name is not Jack, it's Ernest.
It isn't Ernest, it's Jack.
Look, your name is even in your cards. Mr. Ernest working before Chelsea.
Well, I'm Ernest in town and Jack in the country. I got this cigarette case in the country. Then, give me the cigarette case, please.
I don't need to do when you just explain all that to me.
There is nothing strange about it. Cecily Cardew is the granddaughter of Mr. Thomas Cardew, who adopted me when I was a boy. Before he died, he made me Cecily's guardian. That's why she calls me uncle.
I don't still understand why two names.
Well, sometimes I need to escape to London to enjoy myself. It is too hard to be a serious guardian all the time.
So you're a memory.
What do you mean?
You pretend to have a brother, Ernest, in town, and pretend to have a very friend called family in the country.
Well, I'm going to kill Ernest soon.
Look, Uncle Gustav and Gwendolyn are coming. If I take my aunt away for 10 minutes, you can ask Gwendolyn to marry you.
Good afternoon, my dear Andrew.
Good afternoon, Uncle Gustav.
Well, now I have something about those cucumber sandwiches.
Of course, Uncle Gustav.
Do come and sit here, Gwendolyn.
Lane, why are there no cucumber sandwiches? Oh, I'm very sorry, Uncle Gustav.
It doesn't matter. Now, about tonight,
I am afraid so. I can be with you at dinner tonight. My friend Mama is dying.
again, this is very strange. Could you kindly ask this Mr. Bambury not to be on Saturday? I have an important dinner party and I need your help with the music.
I'll speak to him. For we talk about the music in the next room.
Jack is going to ask Gwendolyn to marry him, but Lady Ragnar will not like that.
Nice day today, Miss Fairfax.
Please, don't talk about the weather. If you have something to tell me, Mr. Worthing, please say it.
Miss Fairfax, since I met you, I have admired you more than any girl I've ever met since I met you.
I know, and I have always liked you too.
Oh, Miss Fairfax,
You see, I've always wanted to love a man called Ernest. It's a wonderful name. So when I heard that Algie had a friend called Ernest, I knew that I could help him.
but could you only love me if my name is Ernest?
But your name is Ernest.
Yes, I Somebody must question me immediately. You must marry me at once.
Marry you, Mr. Worthing? Nobody has said anything about marriage.
Well, can I ask you now?
Now, it's a very good time, Mr. Worthing.
Miss Fairfax, will you marry me?
Of course I will, my dearest. Mother, I am engaged to marry Mr. Worthing.
I'm sorry, but you are not. When you are engaged, it is I who will tell you. Now go downstairs.
Mother!
I have a few questions for Mr. Worthing. Go and wait for me, Gwendolyn.
Yes, Mother.
Lady Ragnar wants to know if Jack will be updating father for some daughter. I told her he will find out asking some questions. The thing is he will discover something he cannot do.
Are you smoking, Mr. Worthing?
Yes, I'm afraid that I am.
That is fine. Amanda has something to do. Well, I have always thought that a husband needs to know either everything or nothing. What do you know, Mr. Worthing?
I know nothing.
I am happy to hear that. Well, are your father and mother living?
I have lost both.
Losing one is unlucky, Mr. Worthing. Losing both is too much.
You see, it was my father and my mother who lost me. I really don't know who they really were. I only know that it was Mr. Carden who found me.
For you? Where?
In a handbag.
A handbag.
He got it from a cloakroom at Victoria Station.
From a cloakroom at Victoria Station?
Yes, they gave him the wrong bag. I can show you the bag at any time.
Show me the bag? What are you thinking of? My dearest daughter cannot possibly marry who stands before the station cloakroom. You really need to find either a father or a mother very soon, Mr. Worthing.
Jack is now disappointed after his talk with Lady Ragnar, and Arlen is planning something with Jack's cousin, Cecily Garden. We'll see in a moment.
Oh, be quiet, Ellie. What's wrong? Did Gwendolyn say no?
Oh, everything was fine with Gwendolyn. But her mother, what a terrible woman.
Oh, I see. Did you tell Gwendolyn that you are Mrs. Town and Jack in the country?
Nice, sweet girls must never hear things that are true.
Then what about your brother Ernest?
Well, he'll be dead by the end of the week. Ill and dead in Paris.
Cecily will be unhappy. I would like to meet her, you know.
Well, you are not going to meet her, Ellie.